It's Sunday morning, folks, 12th of May, and I am going to do a newspaper review. So, here we go. Gonna do the Daily Star again. It's just easy, it's just quick. It's not offensive to anybody, is it? Apart from some people. There's I've got a little pet called Pingu Wolf 69 or something like that. He likes to keep commenting on all my stuff, trying to upset me, but he's just a little pet. It's just something you keep in the background now and again, who amuses me. So here we go, folks. There we today's Star, and Reece's killer sells drugs from his cell. The killer of schoolboy Reece Jones is allegedly making a fortune running a drugs trade inside his jail. Mercia, who shot dead 11-year-old Reece in 2007, heads a gang at HMP Franklin's that sells spice, marijuana and other drugs to inmates, insiders have said. Schoolboy Reece Jones killer is making a fortune controlling drugs inside a prison, controlling some of Britain's most notorious criminals. I don't understand how this is happening. Obviously there's something happening there where the prison officers are in on it, either being blackmailed or threatened, and I don't understand how it can be happening. And I'm a big fan of putting these jails out on islands in the middle of nowhere, run by ex-servicemen. I mean, we've got servicemen who are homeless, who can't adapt to life, normal civvy life, and I think we could actually find a job for them and have some prisons out on the islands off the coast of Scotland. There's enough out there, and just give these jobs to ex-servicemen, ex-prison guards, whatever, security people, and just stick them on these islands in these prisons, and nobody will be able to get to them, nobody will be able to send them anything, and it'd just be logical, I personally think. Now we've got a bit of a story here. Freddie's daughter, my dad was evil, I doubt I'll be at the funeral. There she is. Well, there's Freddie in his heyday, and there she is in her best glum face kind of thing, I'll slag my dead father off face. And hero, question mark, he was just so vile. Freddie's girl ashamed to be daughter. Freddie Starr's daughter last night told how evil the comic left, and how the evil comic left her traumatised she may not attend his funeral. Tara Coleman Starr broke down in tears as she admitted being ashamed to be him to call her dad. The thing with these is it's very, very easy to attack somebody when they're dead. You can, I mean, people say, oh, well, now they're dead, they can come forward and they can say stuff and do all this. But you can't, once you're dead, you can't defend yourself. You can't come out and say, well, that's not true, that's and this and that. Now, the thing with Freddie Starr is, as I said in my other paper review, I like Freddie Starr, and I thought he was quite a talented comedian, very good singer, and I think he could have gone on to do bigger things if it was in the right time. I think he could have been really bigger than what he was. But obviously these people like Freddie Starr, and I'm not defending, if he has done this, then it's wrong what he's done to his daughter and his 6 wives or whatever he had. I mean, she's gone on here to say he punched my mum in the stomach, he told her he was going to leave her if she didn't get an abortion and all that kind of thing. Excuse me. But it's all their say. They haven't got his side of the story. It's quite easy to come and say all these things now he's dead and he was basically a mess, weren't he? But if this was him then, right, if he was around now with all this, what's going on in his life, they would have been saying it's mental issues, and he would have had mental problems, and he would have been in rehab, and all this. So to come here and say he was just violent, he was evil, perhaps he was, but perhaps he did have, you know, some kind of mental issue and all that. So, you know what I mean? You just got to think it from the other side as well. Yes, he probably wasn't a very good dad, but you don't know what really was going on in his head at the time. Sadiq Khan, he has been given 24-hour police protection after spate of threats on social media. I should think so, because he just talks a complete load of bollocks. I can't see how he has, you know, some of the things he comes out with are just a complete, you know. I won't go into it too much, because if you go on the internet, you can find out what he's said about things. You can find out who he's hung around with in the past. He's, you know, I just don't rate him as a politician, and he's just the Asian Mr. Bean to me. He's just a complete clown. So there you go. A rail firm is spending thousands of pounds on airline tickets for its staff. The number of international UK flights taken by Network Rail has soared by almost 10%. The company responsible for the upkeep of lines and stations made 4,876 flights bookings last year, almost 100 a week. Well, they've got to get to these places, haven't they? And obviously the trains are shit, so why put them on a train? They'll never get there if they've got a meeting at, if you've got a meeting at 11 o'clock on Thursday morning and your train's delayed, you may as well put them on a plane. It's probably cheaper as well, to be fair, because the state of the bloody train fares is a joke. A pensioner was shot with a crossbow as he tried to fix a TV area on his roof last month has died. A bolt went through his right arm and upper body on Gerard Corrigan, 74, outside his home in Holyhead, Anglesey, on April the 19th at 3 a.m. 3 a.m. What were you doing up a roof at 3 a.m? That is unbelievable. I would hate to think what he needed to watch that badly at 3 a.m. I don't know, but they reckon that he might have been shot by somebody who was a hunter, and I suppose they thought it was a wild animal of some kind, and they shot him. Yeah, there you go then. So it's a quiet day as Maddie turns 16, missing Madeline McCann. Family will mark our 16th birthday today with a low-key party. Mum Kate has bought presents to lay in her bedroom, which is understood to have remained unchanged since she vanished 12 years ago. She hopes one day her daughter will be back to open them. Kate and her husband Jerry wrote on social media, "The months and years roll too quickly. Madeline will be 16 this month. It's impossible to put into words just how that makes us feel." Oh. Wife's phone. There is comforting and reassurance through knowing that the investigation continues and many people around the world remain vigilant. Maddie's great uncle Brian Kennedy said it would have loved to have had a real celebration one day. We never lose hope. Well, it just seems a front, to be fair, don't it? We just don't. There's so many people out there who don't believe a word they say or anything they do. It's just a complete. It's just a complete joke. Just 1 second. This is unbelievable. Oh, I don't bloody know. Recent. You can probably hear the Hoover going upstairs, folks. I do apologise. Tell Mum my phone's been ringing. Right. Yeah, I just think that the Madeline McCann thing is a complete joke. They obviously know something more that has gone off, and that is it. Freddie Starr being, there's a bit more here. Freddie Starr is going to be fears of a pauper's grave for Skint Starr. The controversial comedian spent his final days penniless, very close. He's just, well, that's it. There's no more point going on about Freddie Starr, is there? Fire crews were called in to rescue a cow stuck in a tree. It slipped down the bank. At least it was these animals. How they do this? They get stuck in the places, don't they? And it's brilliant how everybody comes together to get these animals out. It is absolutely wonderful how these. Well, there's a cow there. And there's his arse. Her arse, because it's a cow, not a bull. It's just amazing how these cows get in positions and then the people come out and save them. It's really heart touching. David Walliams has admitted his telly persona is all a big act, but you ain't telling me, you ain't fooled me, Dave. The Britain Got Talent judge who found fame playing a little host of roles on Little Britain says he struggles to be himself on camera. I suppose you get to the stage in the end where people expect you to do what you do. You get used to it, and I suppose that's it. He lives behind a mask of makeup and characters and stuff, and I suppose in the end he doesn't really know who the bloody hell he is, who the hell he's got to be. And he hangs out with some, he's got to hang out with some amazing people: Elton John, George Michael, Mick Jagger, Paul McCartney, people I never thought would be anywhere near. Yeah, I like David Walliams. He's all right. I think he's going a bit over the top now. Everything he has to do now on Britain's Got Talent, it's more about let's watch David Walliams while people try to make a career. So, well, I do like him. I've got nothing against him. Killing Eve star Jodie Comer is set to become a Hollywood movie superhero. She's going to... The 26-year-old Liverpool-born star is up for tonight's BAFTAs. Jodie, she's to fly to LA to start her shoot her major film sci-fi action career. Your phone's just been ringing, June. Yes. So that'll be quite good to see. There's Jodie. She's off to Hollywood. Was it your sister?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, right. Roxanne Pallett has landed her first job since the Ryan Thomas scandal, speaking at a £6 a head mental health benefit gig. The ex-Emmerdale star was forced to quit her radio show and lost lucrative panto role after accusing ex-Corrie star Ryan of hitting her on Celebrity Big Brother. I don't watch Celebrity Big Brother. I actually went down years ago, me and June went down to see the eviction of Grace years and years ago, and that was really hostile. That crowd really, really hated that girl. And, you know, were amazing. Fewer than a third of females will watch the Women's World Cup. Shut up! Hey, Tommy! Watch out, the radiator. It's a fucking madhouse in here sometimes, you know. Right. Defiant Danny Baker has refused to cancel his UK tour after his racist tweet. He will be on. Oh, one of the dogs has farted. Oh, we've been feeding them sardines now and again just to liven up their meal time. God blimey, truth. Danny Baker refused to cancel his UK tour after racist tweets. He will be on stage at the Theatre Royal Nottingham. What the hell is going off? This is why I only do these reviews when I'm on my own. Last night the venue confirmed tickets were still available. Yesterday it was revealed police are looking into the controversial tweet that he posted after Meghan Markle gave birth to her and Prince Harry's baby Archie on Wednesday. The picture of a couple leaving the hospital with a twin resulted in the 61-year-old being sacked. Like I said, if you've watched my newspaper report from yesterday, would he have done that tweet if Meghan's parents would have been both white? Well, he can't do. What can he? Why would he have done it if they were both white? You know. He's basically shot himself in the foot. I don't know. I can't honestly understand the point in why we're doing it. Here we go. Blind date. Yummy mum Jenna and rivals with the kids on tonight's show. Every man I meet is a wrong 'un. I've had male escorts, a Russian gangster, and a lad who gave me a parking ticket. I don't even know who you are, Jenna Thompson. I don't even have a clue who you are. Former bodybuilder Jenna, 36, is appearing on Channel 5's Blind Date. She turned up on the shaft. Well, perhaps you just, you know, want to set you the bar a bit higher, sweetheart. You know what I mean? Just have a bit more respect for yourself. Well, the trouble is with today, people all consider themselves to be bloody celebrities. They all want the easy life. They all want the fast life with the money and everything, and do fuck all for it. And they just don't understand you've got to keep these things real. I mean, what is all this, look? Just standing there and taking a picture of yourself. What's all that about? I don't understand them. I don't understand. Tyson Fury, 27,000k. Furry friend. Elite dog protects champ's family. Tyson Fury spent a fortune on a fearsome dog to defend his family while he is away from home. The former heavyweight champion, set to make his Las Vegas debut against Tom Schwarzer next month, looked delighted as he took home the Belgian Malinois, isn't it? Something like that. From London's Elite Protection Dogs, where animals cost up to £27,000. The breed, known as a Belgian Shepherd, is used by US security services to guard the grounds of the White House. A pal called the Gypsy King has travelled with him all the time. He just wants to make his family safe, and that is one hell of a dog. Look at that. Well, what you do is you just chuck a lump of steak over him, eat it, and he's dead. Or he's died, he's knocked out. Give him a Viagra, see what he does then. Oh, there's Emma Thompson filming a string of spoof TV appearances in her latest role. Yeah, I'm going to leave Emma Thompson there because she does me head in. Very talented actress. And she flew thousands of miles to come and protest against people using planes and stuff like that and climate change. So it was very good of her to fly thousands of miles in a plane. Obviously not causing any pollution whatsoever, this plane, because it was just going on her own hot air that she can produce and that kind of thing. And her answer was to just plant more trees. Absolutely brilliant. What else have we got? The Sunday mornings, his papers are crap, isn't they? Alright, climate change could leave the world at risk from an anthrax outbreak with the potential to kill millions. Scientists fear global warming is thawing the carcasses of reindeer infected with bacteria. They fear anthrax spores could contaminate food and water supplies. They could survive in frozen remains for hundreds of years, ready to be released by rising temperatures, according to experts. So there we have Emma Thompson, but it's all right. She's going to plant trees, so she's just flown over here to campaign against climate change, and she's helping to release anthrax into the atmosphere. So more than 1 million reindeers died from anthrax and were buried in around 7,000 graves across northern Russia. It killed millions. It was also feared diseases such as bubonic plague, smallpox and Spanish flu, which killed millions in 1918, could be released from thawing graves in the Arctic. Ooh. There you go then, you see. Alton Towers, what's this? The staff are falling into sea lion pools and being bitten by the animals among bizarre mishaps. Oh, so we've got loads of mishaps, injuries and stuff, and people have fallen into the pool. What the bloody hell are they falling into the pool for? The young keeper was Yorkshire Wildlife Park was bitten on the hand while feeding a rhino. Alton Towers staff, a worker, hurt himself when he stumbled into the empty water through a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory ride. He fainted and was taken to hospital with suspected internal injuries. Hold on. He arrived late for a meeting and was disused ride and was trying to find his colleagues using his mobile phone with the light on. He later fell into a trench. woman has been hurt along Leeds Wilts, hurt her back while pulling a load of pumpkins. What the fuck is going on with people? Gordon Ramsay says 5 kids is enough. Bloody 1 kid's enough. Mine 5. Unbelievable. Well, if you can afford them, have them. It's when you can't afford them, that's what does my head in. What else is cracking off? I'm not interested in Line of Duty or anything like that. Missing student mystery. Dad's paying 18 years on. A despairing dad has revealed a heartbreaking picture of his daughter 18 years on after she vanished on a holiday in Germany. The case of a student nurse, Louise Curtin, is among Britain's most baffling mystery missing person inquiries and frustrated both police and private investigators. When people do go missing, it's absolutely unbelievable how they go and how nobody can see anything when nothing is seen. You know, there's some weird people out there. You only have to watch some of these films, these horror films, these dramas and stuff, and how these writers come up with these ideas, and then people might, you know, copy that idea. It is absolutely amazing how it's not amazing, it's sad, that was the wrong word. These people just like seem to disappear and the parents can't, you know, it's shocking, it really is. There's some sick fucks out there, I must admit. Presenter Louis Theroux says he's still confused about how he stayed friends with Jimmy Savile. Theroux spent 3 months with Savile making a documentary about the DJ in 2000, which failed to expose him as a paedophile. I don't understand how that failed to expose him as a paedophile. The bloke was a paedophile and that's it. Anybody could see it. Any normal person could see that that bloke, Jimmy Savile, was a dirty, evil bastard who should never have been allowed to walk the earth. Right, it was Derby 0, Leeds 1. I do hope Leeds go up. That's no disrespect to Villa or West Brom or Derby. It is West Brom in the bloody playoffs, isn't it? I screwed up yesterday. I forgot Man City weren't even in the bloody cup final. And I just don't know. I think a club like Leeds, who have been out in the wilderness for so long, deserve to be in the Premier League. If they stay up, that'd be another story. But you know, I would like to see Leeds go up. Right, we're going on about Arsenal. Arsenal is not. I mean, this is what Arsenal. I know you have to celebrate now and again, but for fuck's sake, just get on with the game. These footballers, they seem to be too worried about how they look, how much they get paid, what car they're driving, where they live. Go and do your job that you pay to do. You pay an extortionate amount to do, and stop pressing them out. God. Leicester City v Chelsea. End of the season thing. No team's really got anything to play for. I don't particularly want Leicester to finish too high because I don't want European football. I just don't think that we're ready for European football. I know it's. I just think it'd be wrong. I just don't want European football yet. I think Brendan's still got to build and get the team sorted. I mean, we've not even said that we're keeping Harry Maguire yet and all that kind of thing. So we don't want European football if we haven't got a team that's settled. So that is what I think. Rafa Benitez insists he has been transforming Newcastle during his 3 seasons at the club, but admits they have not kicked on as he wanted to. I would like to see Newcastle do better, to be fair. They're a real good team and the fan base is absolutely tremendous. But they just don't seem to, I don't know. I mean, it just seems that they never seem to kick on. They don't seem to, I mean, if I was Rafa, I would say, let's put all the eggs into one basket as such, apart from being safe and that, let's try and win the Carabao, what is it, the League Cup. Let's try and win the League Cup. Let's try and win the FA Cup and just be safe. Let's try and get a trophy. Let's try and build on something. Or let's try and get to Wembley and just have a decent, you know, even just the semi-finals, it'd be a massive boost for Newcastle. So, you know, and mind you, saying that if he plans to invest 100 million, Mike Ashley is expected to commit at least 2 more years in the Premier League and plans to invest £100 million in a transfer thing. Plus player sales can be agreed. You know, I think Mike Ashley, Newcastle have gone down, they've come back up and all that kind of thing. but Mike Ashley really does need to start running that club properly and getting on with it and sorting it out. So my lifestyle, I'm not really, I don't know what's in my lifestyle. It's just people dressing up in yellow. That's the ladies thing, and I don't really have enough experience for that. Manchester United v Cardiff. Tell you what, folks, don't be too surprised. Get yourself down Ladbrokes and put a couple of quid on Cardiff to win. I can see it happening. Put a couple of quid on Cardiff. Down to Ladbrokes. I don't know what the odds are, but right, we're up to Leeds. Derby 0, Leeds 1. Yeah, I think Leeds are probably more equipped to go up than Derby. I think Derby do need another year in the Championship with Frank, and yeah, I think Leeds are probably more catered to go up. Not seeing the goals or anything. Villa 2, West Brom 1. So there was the other game. I was right. It was West Bromwich Albion. Boing boing. So it looks like it might be a Villa Leeds playoff. There you go. Salford, they've gone up, haven't they? So well done to Salford. Neville, the Neville brothers, haven't they got something to do with that? There you go. Anybody else going to watch the Elton John film with Taron Egerton, or whatever his name is? I've seen a few clips of it, and he looks really, really good as Elton John. Right. And it seems to be a bit of a slow news day, to be fair, folks. There doesn't seem to be a lot happening at all. I will hopefully do one tomorrow. There's no problem page. Bradford beat Bradford. The Rugby League beat Leeds. Leeds are having a torrid time, ain't they, down there? It's don't know what's cracking off, and nice to see England get a win in the one day against Pakistan yesterday. Nice 16-run win, a 12-run win. I mean, I don't know where the 16 came from. Yeah, it's the World Cup year, and hopefully England are building up nice. Hopefully the weather will stay nice, and it will be all right. I might try and get a couple of games in. I don't know if there's any going off down Grace Road this year, but I will might try and get a couple of games in, but you never know. It's the way my life goes. It's bloody stupid shifts I work. So that's about it, folks. It says here, now you Liverpool fans out there, hopefully I've got a few out there watching me. Would you prefer the title or the Champions League? I'm not saying you can have both. If I was a magic fairy and I had a magic wand and you wanted one, what would you have? I would guess you would want I don't know though, because you're actually, the team you're playing against, Spurs, in the final, that means that although you'd be champions of England, they'll be champions of you. Well, what would you rather have? The title, the Premier League title, or the European Cup? So that is a good question. Andre Herrera is leaving Man United after 5 years. I think that's quite sad, because that young lad was quite a talent. So there must be something awful going off if Manchester United can't keep a lad like that. It's an absolute joke. Man United are really, really going down, and I don't think Ollie is the man for you. Pep Guardiola, he's warning that his men will improve again next year. So that's it. Let me just have a quick look, see if there is a problem page, because I like giving my answers to problems. You can obviously hear the tap upstairs, my child running the water out. I don't think there is any problem page. You can buy a bra, the perfect posture bra. No, I don't think we've got a problem page. Just these. No problem page. So it's a bit of a slow news day, folks. I hope you've enjoyed that. I tried to make the most out of it, but I couldn't. So I'm going to leave that there, folks. I have got things to do, and I will catch you later. Okay.